Welcome back, everyone, to Montgomery County's Engage at Home, a new YouTube channel created by the county's Caregiver Support Program. We are here to provide you with inspiration, connections, and opportunities to stay healthy and well during this period of social distancing. Today, I have a special guest, Mona from the American Muslim Senior Society. Mona, welcome, and would you please introduce yourself?
Well, thank you so much for this opportunity, Lily. It's my pleasure and honor to be here. I am Mona Negam, President and founder of the American Muslim Senior Society.
Thank you, Mona. Briefly, would you tell us a little bit about what is the American Muslim Senior Society?
Well, we are a nonprofit 501c3 health and long-term care resource organization. We focus on empowerment. Our word is empowerment. So our mission is to empower diverse members of our community who are 55 plus and caregivers by providing them with the tools and resources so that they can age with dignity in their community. We specifically focus on those who are isolated and underserved, the most vulnerable members of our community.
Thank you, Mona. Such amazing work that you're doing. So one of the things that I thought we could do today is take the time and introduce people to the American Muslim Senior Society's website and the terrific video that you have developed. So let's just take a look at that.
Great.
So here we are, the American Muslim Senior Society's website, such a terrific resource. So we have a wonderful photo of you here with our county executive, Mr. Mark Elridge. Could you tell us a little bit about that event and why he was at your program?
Yes, Lily, thank you. This was a celebration, the official opening of AMSS new home, and it was at the nonprofit. We are at the nonprofit village, and Mr. Ehrlich was kind enough to come in and help us with the celebration. We have been operating in my basement because of our budget, and we finally were able last year in July to have a space. We don't have an office yet, but we have a space, and where we are able to have our conferences and have our meetings with our stakeholders. And so we are official now, and that was the event.
Thank you, Mona. So let's have a little look at the top of your website. Now, you've explained that you are a nonprofit, which is fabulous, and that is something that then has allowed you to get financial support through Montgomery County's community grants.
Yes.
Now, for those of you who aren't aware of the excellent work that AMSS has done over the last couple of years, they have brought together the 10 Islamic centers in Montgomery County. They have been training volunteer ambassadors so they can become long-term care outreach volunteer ambassadors in the community. We're going to be talking later about the CME program that AMSS has been working on. And then we're also going to be talking later about how the American Muslim Senior Society is serving vulnerable older adults. But what I'd like to do first is show this terrific video that you've developed. And I think it warms the heart. So let's have a look at that straight away.
Thank you.
The American Muslim Senior Society was established 2 years ago with the purpose with the mission to identify isolated, underserved seniors and then link them and their caregivers and link them to the service delivery system, whether it is in Montgomery County or within the community. give them the tools and resources so that they can age in place with it. So the American Muslim Senior Society is really a model of partnership and diversity in action. We have established partnership with 11 of the 11 Islamic community centers in Montgomery County. Have worked with their leadership to identify the need of the community. We have partnered with 17 of the county premier health and long-term care agencies, public and private organizations, to identify and coordinate and harness the county resources and channel them in the most effective way to those most in need. In addition, we have identified, trained 47 multicultural, multi-ethnic, multilingual health and long-term care outreach ambassadors who have become the tool, the outreach tool, the outreach vehicle into the isolated communities, and have right now successfully connected the seniors, the caregivers with the resources in Montgomery County.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Nafisa Toure. I'm a program specialist in the Maryland Department of Health. I am also one of the ambassadors for the American Muslim Senior Society, and I've been with the organization since its inception. An outreach ambassador goes out to members in the community in order to find out what they need, especially the isolated, the sick, the underserved, and the aged. I have two clients in White Oak that I help. One of them has a degenerated lung disease and is on palliative hospice care, and another one has a very progressive Parkinson disease. Basically, 75% of my clients are non-Muslims. One of them was able to get a nurse's aide that comes over to help her out with her personal hygiene 3 times a week, 2 hours a day, 3 times a week. And we also got a wheelchair, a walker for the gentleman that had the degenerative Parkinson disease. And we connected them with some of the services that they needed.
Hi, my name is Farouk Musa. I am ambassador for AMSS. The idea came, we've been doing a lot of things for the senior, and this idea came to serve our senior at least once a month. Meal halal, meal, make people happy, I see a lot of smile. But then I thought this one meal a month is not enough. We should do much better than one meal, like once a week or something.
Hello, my name is Barbara Kadar. I'm the ambassador for American Muslim Senior Society. I'm also a retired nurse. I worked mostly with recruitment for the CNAs for AMSS. The need for CNAs in our community is because mostly of the same faith, same religion. We have a diverse community, and they're able to relate to the seniors in how to prepare themselves for prayers when it's Ramadan, so that they're sensitive to the needs of these individuals. The CNAs that we have recruited, these are individuals who are new immigrants to the country. Also, they would like to be employed, but are not able to afford to do pay for the classes for CNA.
What an amazing video. So if you want to look at that video or share it with friends, just go back to the AMS website, and here is the address up here, amssmd.org, and at the bottom of the page you will find the video. I will also include the AMS website address on the Engage at Home page.
Thank you.
What an amazing video. So let's now go back to the main part of the American Muslim Senior Society's webpage. And Mona, would you just step us through some of the details, and I can click on any of the pages on your website that you would like me to open.
Thank you so much, Lily. Thank you. I wanted to sort of like go back to homepage and then give you to the homepage and just give you an idea of the kind of partnership that we have built our program and services on. First of all, I really want to recognize the role, the very crucial role of the county community grant that we received, and that enabled us to have enough seed funds to get this program on its feet. We also, I really want to recognize the members of our community who have been so generous in co-sponsoring all our activities and services since the inception of this project. And this I should say, actually it's an organization, it's not a project. So I want to thank them and let them know that without them we couldn't possibly have done what we are doing right now. We also I want to make sure to let you know that everything we do is in partnership within the community, with our community leaders, with the business community, with the county agencies and organizations that have to do with health and long-term care. Of course, aging and disability services play a huge role in the development of our guidance. We have one community that we formed, like you have mentioned before, a consortium of representing all the Islamic community centers in Montgomery County. And this consortium provides us with the support in terms of identifying the needs that exist in the community. They open to us their pocketbook and their centers so that we can have our major events. For the past 1.5 years, AMSS did not have a home, did not have a place to run our projects in. So we were invited by all these centers to come in and have our meetings and have our special events. Like you say right now, we have community dialogues. These community dialogues were designed to identify the needs of the community, especially older persons and caregivers, and then design the program and services that are competent and can respond to their need. And because of them, because of that leadership, because of that partnership that we were able to develop within the community and with representatives of the health and long-term care agencies in Montgomery County, we have formed coalitions, partnerships. So we have advisory councils representing the Muslim community, and we have the diverse community and the interfaith community, and then we have an advisory council representing the stakeholder. We call it the Stakeholder Advisory Council, and they represent Montgomery County premier health and long-term care agencies and organizations. Those stakeholders are our consultants. They guide us, they provide us technical support. They're the ones who train our ambassadors. So the county leadership, the community leadership, recruit the ambassador, help us identify community leaders to become AMSS ambassadors. And then we have our stakeholders who are the subject expert, who do the training. And if I may say, Lily, you were one of our trainers of our ambassadors. And because of all of you, we were able to train and graduate 40 49, I believe, there are now 49 health and long-term care outreach ambassadors who take all the resources that you offer us from the county and channel them in the most culturally sensitive, competent way to those who are most in need, the isolated, underserved, seniors and caregivers. I shouldn't say seniors, to say older persons and caregivers. So,
thank you, Mona. That's an excellent overview. American Muslim Senior Society continues to be inspirational. I know in the video you highlighted a number of very important programs, and I'm wondering if we could have a look on your website under the program tab at some of the programs that you'd like to just give people a few more details. Just let me know which program you'd like me to open first.
Well, you know, it would be wonderful if we could just go with the CME program, for example.
Excellent. Let's open that one first.
Right. So this is a workforce development program that we started last year, and it's very successful. And what we are doing is we have selected actually young persons from the community who are have limited income and who are interested in pursuing a career in the field of health. So we thought it would be a wonderful opportunity for them to offer them a scholarship so that they can get the training that they need and the career that they aspire for, and then the income security that will continue to be part of their life. At the same time, they will be filling in a very important, very big gap in services by being there for family caregivers who are in need of culturally competent, linguistically competent home health aid or CNAs. So it seems like it was a perfect match. It was a win-win situation where we could, and again, it was thanks to the community, the generous contribution of our community, we were able to give these scholarships. And because of our partnership with two home health agencies who also co-sponsored their scholarship, as well as offered them the opportunity for employment. So it was like everybody pitching in to make sure that they get a break and to make sure that our caregivers are getting the healthcare providers that they need.
Excellent. Thank you, Mona. So I see here on the webpage the details that you've just explained.
And if you could see, I'm sorry, that we graduated last year 16 CNAs, and you can see them right now, and they have all successfully found employments. And right now we are recruiting at least 25 for this year, a minimum of 25. We're shooting for 30 to 35, but we're hoping to have enough funds for them, and we will be getting them scholarships as well.
Excellent. So if anyone who is listening to or viewing this interview, they can look at both the job description and download the CNA application form. And if they have any questions, they can email or call the American Muslim Senior Society.
Absolutely. Thank you, Lily.
Thank you. So back on programs, would you like to talk about any of the other programs that were discussed?
Yes, the Halal Meals on Wheels, and it's very, very relevant to what is happening right now, to the state of emergency that we are experiencing right now. And the Halal Meals on Wheels is a comprehensive social outreach and support project. It's a pilot. We started it last year, and it became very, very successful and very popular. So we started with 25, and the idea is to identify isolated, underserved caregivers and or seniors and provide them with a multitude of services and resources based on their needs. So it includes nutrition. It includes, of course, needs assessment to let us know exactly what kind of services they need, and then to have them connected by, to those services, either community services or county services. And the ones who are doing it are our ambassadors. So we assign ambassadors to specific members in need based on their geographic locations. So it's a wonderful project where we deliver regularly hot meals, but because of the situation right now, our ambassadors are collecting. We have, again, partners with one of the Islamic centers in Maryland, that it's called the Islamic Center of Maryland. And because of them, we are able to get, and their students, they collected for us canned goods, dry goods, and packed boxes for our seniors, for our members in need. And then the Montgomery County Police Department, one of them is our ambassador. They brought in a truck to get the boxes, and then our ambassadors and their family members, the strong ones, were able to take those boxes. And of course, we have the students who collected the boxes, the food, designed beautiful greeting cards, with drawing and painting and beautiful messages to our isolated community. We have, our ambassadors are now doing emergency phone calls, and we have set up a team. We call it the Rapid Response Team. It's an elite group of ambassadors who are there to respond to the immediate need of not only our small group. Now it has gone to 40 now. I just found out that there are 45 members that we are serving right now. And then to the broader community, where, people calling in, asking, where can we get emergency food? I got laid off from my work, and, we have no income. I have no health insurance. I have no, because they work by the hours, so they don't have unemployment insurance. So where do I get emergency fund for my food, for my medicine, to pay my, I know that the electric bills and rent are delayed a little bit, but they're coming. So what do I do? So the stress, the anxiety, the loneliness, all these things that are combined together to make it really crucial for us to be there and respond to those needs.
Thank you, Mona. That's an amazing explanation, and I can see here that you are accepting
yes.
Applications from new people who are needing the halal Meals on
Yes.
Wheels.
Yes.
And once again, they can download the client form,
Yes.
and they can also email or call American Muslim Senior Society.
Absolutely. Yes.
So let's look at one more section under the programs, just so people can get a little bit more detail about the work that you do. Which one would you like me to open?
Well, we are right now, of course, we were going to have dialogues, community dialogues, interfaith community dialogues on issues of advanced care. And because of the virus, we are now thinking of having them as a video on having webinars or having a video conference, a virtual having virtual meetings. But it's still in the planning. What I really would like to present to the audience is it's a new pilot that we are developing, and it is again, we are training 25 new health and long-term care. We're hoping advanced care. Brand new advanced care ambassadors, and those are going to be working with the Islamic centers and with the interfaith community to be able to reach out, especially to the Muslim patients and their loved ones. We don't have chaplaincy programs in our community. It's non-existent. So this group of ambassadors will be getting the training in advanced care, enough training in advanced care, and enough practicum. They will be working first at nursing home or at hospices, so that they can get the training that they need, so that later on they can really be of support to the community. They can educate the community at large as to how to prepare for the end of life period. How to, whether it's financial, whether it's social, whether it's spiritual, whether, like all the different components, and especially the legal, part of it. So, unfortunately, many, I shouldn't say the majority, but many of our community members have no idea, nor have they ever prepared for that part of life, which is so crucial, and especially for caregivers of loved ones who are in the last stage of life. So this is something that is so important to us, and it's part of our empowerment theme, that in order for you to have that kind of control over your life, and and be able to help your loved ones, you need to have the proper information and resources to allow you to take that kind of, to feel that kind of confidence. So we're hoping that the new the new ambassadors will be able to provide that kind of support, and that's just the beginning.
Thank you, Mona. Very ambitious, but I know what you're like. You set the goal high and you achieve it. So here on the website under programs, this is where people can find the Advanced Care Ambassadors Program, and you can both download the training application and contact the American Muslim Senior Society by phone or by email. Thank you, Mona. So let's take a pause from looking at the website and just talk directly to our viewers, particularly folk who are going to be practicing their faith during Ramadan and maybe starting to get a little fretful about how they can prepare them and their family. I know that things are going to be different this year. What are some of the things that AMSS is already considering, and maybe what you encourage people to start preparing now for?
Thank you, Lily. These are such important questions and such crucial questions. Ramadan is a holy month for billions, a billion person around the world, but and it's especially of very, very powerful meaning to people who are immigrants and who are, like especially first generation immigrants, older people like myself, and caregivers. It is a time for when families and community comes together. They come together. It's a time of giving and sharing and a community support and giving. People they give during Ramadan time, and the congregations get together for meals every night. I know at MCC we give, we meet every night, and you have like 300-400 people gathering to eat together, share together. So what I would like to remind, and this is not happening anymore. So this tremendous void in service, in socialization, in spiritual reinforcement, in so what I would like them to know is that while we are young and small, that we have a huge number of volunteers. We have 49 volunteers who are on standby and would love to work with you, would love to make a phone call to you. If you really want to reach out to us, we would love to reach out to you. We would love to provide you with whatever support you need within our financial capacity. We will connect you with the social service agencies that you need. We will connect you with the Islamic centers that you need. We are, because of our stakeholders. We can reach out to our stakeholders and channel the resources to you. But we are here for you. If you check our video, our motto is, you got a friend. And we want you to know that AMSS is your friend. And we are here on standby. We know it's tough, but we will do this together. So please call us. We are looking forward to hearing from all of you.
Thank you, Mona.